Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another walk on the Route 21 warpath. And I'm introducing myself. I am the Inspirational Patriotic thought leader. I call myself that in a lot of blogs over the last 4 years. Inspirational Patriotic thought leader. Basically a Johnny Appleseed for patriotism. And the reason why I bring that up, the last time I walked here, I had my Steeler helmet on. The shadow of the Patriot. I had my my football helmet on, and USA. And it was raining, and some lady on my Facebook page, one of my friends on my Facebook page, said, "Terry, I'll never forget the day I saw you out on Route 119 between Scottsdale and Mount Pleasant, no, between Everson and Greensburg." As I was walking that, I haven't walked that part yet. I will with you guys. But anyways, I've walked it lots of times, but I haven't walked it on film yet. But she said, "I'll never forget that day because it was raining, and then all of a sudden, there you were." See, that's the secret of this, the beauty of this patriot walking is, I am trying to plant seeds for patriotism in everybody who goes by. And I got some good news, and I got some bad news. I'll give you the good news first. I'm gonna be able to do at least 4 parts walking now. So instead of part 1, part 2, and part 3, it'll be 4 parts of walking. And the reason why is, the bad news is, I gotta give you that shot. That's a good shot with the flag. But anyways, the bad news is I had saved on my film, on my camera, the first day that I filmed in the studio was the first time I did it live, and it was a 20-minute segment. And I didn't realize the 20 minutes won't load up on my computer. So I was waiting to run it through some other kind of system and then cut it up, and so I wouldn't lose the footage, because it was such a really good, everything I do is good. No, I don't have a big ego or anything, but anyways, you know, it's like I couldn't find anybody to help me, or couldn't, I just didn't have the time because of work and walking, working, you know, everything I do is just, oh boy, it's hard to do all this stuff. Patriot meetings. I had a Patriot meeting yesterday, by the way. No, on Wednesday. I'm sorry. Yesterday I walked, but it worked. But anyways, yeah, I had to cut that film, and in that film, I was talking to everybody about. I basically covered a lot of the stuff since then on all these videos. USA. I've covered a lot of this stuff, but I was saving it because my most popular, the one that gets the most hits, is the first time I did my, the first one I got up was called Dancing with Indians. And because basically I'm walking the warpath, and you'll have to go back and check it out. Go back through my video blogs. It's the first one and has the most hits. And I'll actually put it up on Facebook and MySpace again. But anyways, it's pretty cool. I like to entertain people. I like to make people laugh. That's what I do. I'm a DJ, and I like to entertain, and I'm really good at that. So I was saving it because I was at the end of the video. I was in the middle of a great subject about, so I'm going to cover it in this segment. And I'm going to do a lot of talking about what we should do about patriotism in this video, and how we can save the country, and And you know about how I feel about Obama the traitor, Obama the destroyer. He's destroying this country. Today in the news, they're celebrating he's a great leader now because he led the revolution in Egypt and they are victorious. Obama is such a great guy. Well, what about us, Obama? What about the Tea Party? We said no to your darn health care, and you didn't care about us. No. There's more than meets the eye on what's going on in Egypt, my friends. And we will feel what's going on. It's going to come downhill like a snowball and hit us. And we'll figure it out when that happens. But, alright. In that first video that I had to delete today, so I could have more time to talk to you guys out here on the road, I was talking about how hard it's been. Basically being a Johnny Appleseed for patriotism, being an inspirational, patriotic thought leader. I said the reason why is because of television. We have to turn the television off. And I have covered that. But in there, I said at the end of the video, which where I picked it up and ran with it in the second video, which is my first video, and now the first one's deleted. I said, we all had to be like Paul Revere, like Michael Savage says. We are basically the Paul Reveres of our time, us patriots. And I said, could you imagine Paul Revere riding down the streets back in those days? He says, the British are coming, the British are coming, the British are coming. And then, no one was coming out, no one would be coming out or anything. And because all he'd see, every house, every log cabin he went by, he saw a blue screen. All he saw was the shadows in the house and people sitting there eating, sitting on log benches and log couches, and they were eating their popcorn they just fired up on the rock in the fireplace. And oh, that's that darn Paul Revere again saying we're doomed and the British are coming. so and I said, and they wouldn't be watching Dancing with the Stars back then. They were watching Dances with Indians. So that's where the Dancing with Indians came up with. I came up with that. But all right, guys, I'll see you in part 2. I'm really happy I could bring you 4 parts from out on the road, because usually it takes me a while to get warmed up, and by the third one I'm ready to roll and the film ended. So see you in part 2. Have a great day in the USA. Woo!